So we're going to be adding some seed data to our context file. Um, and you can add seed data to the context file, which I happen to be looking at. Or you can create a separate file for the seed data. We are going to be adding it to our context file just because we don't have a lot of seed data that we're going to put in, and it's not very difficult to add it here. So where this goes is right below our DB set properties. Now let me see what it thinks it's going to add here. Uh, on model creating. All right, that looks fine. We do need a model builder object, and we do have to use the on model creating method to create seed data. Okay, so that is all correct. So if you kind of decipher this, right? Um, we're overriding a virtual method. It's not going to return anything. The method name is on model creating, and it is requiring a model builder object. So we have a model builder class that is all part of entity framework. And then we're just going to call the object model builder. So I'm going to press tab, and this base business we do not need. Okay, but we do need on model creating. We do need this method. Okay, so when we add our seed data, we have to seed the one tables in the relationship first. And it kind of makes sense because we have to add the primary keys to our related tables as foreign keys. So that means I have to seed user and I have to seed exercise before I can do workout log. Okay, and so I'm just going to put a little comment in here, seed data for the user table. And so I need to use my model builder object. Okay, and the entity or table that I'm going to adjust is user. And that's what I'm naming my table. Oop, and let me put some parentheses in here. And we're going to use has data. Okay, and then I'm going to press enter. Okay, we'll put a closing semicolon in there. So what I need to do inside the parentheses is create new objects. Basically, I'm going to be creating some user objects and assigning each property values. And you only have to assign values to required properties. I mean, you can do it to all of them, but you don't have to. So we've got new user, which is our class, curly brace, ID equals, first one I'm going to call 1. So doing it this way allows us to enter our own primary key, but when the database is actually up and running, Entity Framework is going to be assigning primary keys. But that's why I start with a 1, because that's what it would have given this anyway. Okay, so here's my first one. I'm going to do a comma because I'm going to do another one. The only one you don't put a comma in after is the last one. And I'm just going to go with my example here. But if you guys want to enter more users, less users, if you want to change up the names, go ahead. I have some users that I like to use. I've been doing them for years. Frankfurter is one. I'll show you another one of my favorite users. And this is the good old Cookie Crumb. So your property names do need to be keyed in correctly. Okay, so that's my last one, so I'm not going to put a comma after that one. All right, so I'm going to end up with 3 users. Now I basically have to do the same thing for exercise and then workout log. Let me tab here. Let me see what it comes up with. Nope. So we need to do model builder. All right, so now it is guessing correctly. So I'm going to tab here. Let me see what it did for me. Okay, it kept my IDs sequential. This look fine. All right, so it's got this wrong. So remember, our type was an enum. And so what we need to key in is workout.model.type. So we have to fix that. And that's only because it was an enum. Let me see, push up, reps 10. That's okay. I think I can handle that. Running, that's fine. That looks fine. I don't think it's flexibility. I'm going to say yoga here. 15 minutes of yoga. Okay. All right. If you guys want to, add more, add less, totally up to you. You can go with exactly what I have in the code example. Just make sure each ID is unique. That is your primary key. All right, that looks fine. I love their comments. This kills me. Okay, here. All right. So I've got my 2-1 tables added. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the seed data for the workout log, which is dependent on both user and exercise for those foreign keys. Okay, that looks fine. Whoa, that is not, no, this is going to be not exercise, workout log. I'm gonna go ahead and put in that closing. I don't want to forget it. So this is a new workout log. ID is 1, that's fine. Date. I'm just going to set this equal to today. User ID equals 1. Exercise equals 1. Oh, I love these comments. This is hysterical. Okay. Okay, what are they going to add? Oh, they're getting fancy and subtracting a day here. That's fine. Frank can do running. Do another one. Cookie did squats. Okay. This is funny. Yoga. All right, that's probably enough. Let me get rid of that comma. All right, so you can go with my data or, let the AI help you, which is hysterical. Okay, so uh, we are going to go ahead and save all of this. And we're going to run a build. So at this point, guys, we have our model classes. We have our context file. We have all of our UI pages, although they don't look pretty yet. We have them all. So our next step is going to be to actually perform migrations and generate our database. Next video, we'll cover how to do that.